fans, and I thought we should go over State of Origin. Epic encounter, Origin 3, 14-4 win to New South Wales. There was a brawl that spilled over the sideline, sin binnings, all sorts of stuff going on. And only the third time that New South Wales have ever won a decider in Brisbane. So after the break, because our coverage did end at full time yesterday, so after the break, we'll come back with the wash-up. We'll hear some of the things that were said at the press conference and maybe hear from some of the podcasting family about what they thought of the match. So stay tuned. Firstly, let's just go through the details of that match. New South Wales 14, Queensland 4 at Suncorp Stadium. The crowd was 52,457. And the tries for New South Wales to Bradman Best in the 64th minute, Mitchell Moses in the 67th. Zach Lomax kicking 3 from 3 for the Maroons. It was just the 2 goals, 2 penalty goals to Valentine Holmes. Now, 2 players sent to the sin bin. By the way, 2-0 half-time to Queensland. 2 players sent to the sin bin. Jeremiah Nanai in the 30th minute and Cameron Murray also in the 30th minute. Cameron Murray was on the bench at the time. He was sent to the sin bin for getting involved in a scuffle. I don't know if it can be called a brawl when there's no punches thrown. And that probably led to the best angle, if you like, out of the press conference, which was Darley Cherry Evans talking about the decision to send Cameron Murray to the sin bin and not to send him off.
Yeah, feel pretty clear that's pretty unacceptable at any level of footy, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, that's footy. They've got to make a decision. Yeah, I thought we were going to get the penalty, but again, just Bill used the phrase "rub of the green," just didn't get the rub of the green tonight. So, we live with that, and that's footy.
The next voice you hear will be that of Maroons coach Billy Slater.
I'm sure the referee will review his own game. I'm sure his boss will review his game. No, I just think that's their job, to review their own game and their own performance. To be honest, I don't know the rules in that situation. That's what they've come up with. I'm sure they'll review their own performance and their own decisions.
Was it like shades of the Battle of Brookvale?
No, I was there that night.
Yeah.
There's obviously maybe a couple of little resemblances, but I was too close to the fight tonight compared to the Battle of Brookie, so it's very different in that regard.
New South Wales Blues coach Michael Maguire was asked why the Blues decided to shoot for a penalty goal when the shot was from out on the sideline by winger Zach Lomax at a crucial stage of the game.
Well, Zach, I back Zach. He's shown he's faced a fair bit, I guess, early on in the season, and look how he's going now. And we had those conversations around what it might be that's going to take, and he talked about his goal kicking actually yesterday at the captain's run. So it's amazing. He's talked about it and probably visualised that, being able to do that himself. So to kick from the sideline the way he did, kept the scoreboard ticking over. And I think in that first one we could have played, but I had a lot of confidence in Zach and the way he's kicking at the moment. So we kept the scoreboard ticking.
Queensland coach Billy Slater was asked whether it was disappointing or worrying that the Maroons were unable to score a try on home turf.
No, I'm not disappointed in the playing group. I'm immensely proud of their efforts. I think the state of Queensland would be super proud of their footy team. They should be proud of themselves tonight. So, no, I don't feel like that.
Michael Maguire says after that 14-4 win in Origin 3, he sat down with the players and reflected not just on that match, but on the series as a whole, which started in inglorious fashion with the sending off of Joseph Suaalii.
Yeah, the playing group. I think, excuse me, just probably the journey we've been on. I think that first game, definitely didn't turn out the way we thought it may have, I suppose. And you're in Sydney, you've got all your fans, and obviously circumstances there. You could feel the whole stadium probably sit down a little bit and think, this is an Origin, this is going to be really tough. And I actually saw signs leading into half-time and after half-time of how they fought really hard for each other, and that's what I've felt ever since I've been with the group. They've created a bond amongst themselves, and we've spoken about the past of what Steve Mortimer, Turvey, did in '85, and I think that really resonated with this group, and they jumped on board. I think that was something there that was shown in the first game, and then leading into the second game, I was super confident in how they walked into camp and they had their heads up, ready to go, and it was actually really enjoyable. So that moment, I guess, that we had there in the change room was that they understand all the hard work that they've done to achieve that, but also too, I suppose, what they call it is the brotherhood of the team and the little areas that they did for each other. They're the special things, and players, they're the ones that know that. They feel that out in the field, and it was a hard game out there. The ruck was slow, and it was adjudicated both for the same teams, and you had to find a way to dig yourself through the game, and within 10 minutes to go at the end of the game, it could have gone either way, but the boys were able to create that, and someone like Graeme, he's obviously, everyone has their different perceptions on him. He's an outstanding human being, great family man, and the way he played and then broke the game open, and then obviously at the back end there where we sort of managed to break away a little bit, but it's an origin and we respect that, and I think that's something there that the players have shown right throughout their campaign, is that the respect they have for what they're doing and the people, and they're building something now.
When Billy Slater was asked whether he was tempted to switch Killeen Ponga to fullback late in the game, he came back with a pretty clear allegation that Reece Walsh, who was the starting fullback, had been the target of illegal tactics from the Blues.
No, I think, he certainly was getting hit a fair bit without the footy. So, I think given the situation we were in on the scoreboard, having them both out there was our best option. They'll review their own game. I'm sure they'll look at that, see whether. I just said I thought he was hit a little bit off the footy. So that's what I think. I don't know. It's a game of rugby league. It's at state of origin level. I've been out there. I know what it's like. I understand what he's going through. It's just the way it is, isn't it?
Blues coach Michael Maguire was asked for his opinion of that scuffle in the first half that resulted in Cameron Murray being sent to the sin bin from the bench.
Oh, look, it is what it is, but I guess when you look at that moment, it's like Cam Murray's one of the nicest blokes, similar to this bloke, in the game, and he plays the game, to perfection. But he obviously went down there because he cared for one of his teammates. And the call was made, so play on. We had to just play the way we did. But I've known Cam Murray for a long time, and I never have thought he probably would have jumped into something like that. But it just goes to show what the group means to each other. And then, he was sent, and the boys had to dig deep, and away they went.
Billy Slater responded to suggestions his late team changes, including replacing the entire nominated front row, had been a sign of panic.
Well, if it was panic 10 days earlier than the game. So, we knew exactly where we were going with our team. Probably still make those changes. That's just the decision that we made. We thought that was going to be our best start, and it doesn't change anything. I'm still proud of the team. I'm proud of the way that they fought. Courageously defended their try line. They did a great job. So you can look at all these things in hindsight and go, I should have done that, or should have done that. I'm not looking at that right now. So.
A non-playing member of the Blues squad, Hamali Olakwatu, he was ejected from the playing arena for getting involved in that scuffle when in his civvies sitting on the bench. And Michael Maguire had an admission about that incident after the match.
I'll actually tell you a secret. I had no idea about Hamali. I was actually trying to drag him on the field at the end there, and he goes, I'm not allowed on me. Four. So I actually, I'll have to go back and have a look at that part.
Well, that's all we've got time for. I did have high hopes of tapping into some of those wonderful podcasters that we work with and get their impressions on Origin, but the hour is up. And before we go, a bit of signing news. A happy birthday tomorrow to Stefan Ratchford, who turns 36, and he has just signed a new contract at Warrington, which means he will be 37 by the time that contract expires. He's older than his coach, Sam Burgess. So happy birthday to Stefan Ratchford. And we'll be back the next time there's no match, which is Monday. See you later, everybody. Good morning, League fans.